There's something timeless about the luxurious appeal of diamonds, but what about one that's grown in a lab? To the naked eye, lab-grown and natural diamonds look identical until you see their prices. A lab-grown diamond can cost, get this, just a fraction of what you'd pay for a natural diamond. So what does this all mean for the jewelry industry as well as the consumer? We're here to tell us more about this is someone who recently covered this topic for the Free Press, co-founder and reporter Suzy Weiss. The Free Press, just like CBS News, is owned by Paramount Skydance, and Suzy is the sister of CBS News editor-in-chief Barry Weiss. Suzy, great to have you on. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
There's so much to get into here, but first I want to talk about what you brought in.
Yes.
Tell us about the difference when we think about quality and price between a lab-grown and a real diamond. I mean, which one is which?
Well, what you're looking at right now is two really beautiful stones provided by Mark Henry Jewelry, and they're 4-carat round cut. Which do you think is made by man, and which do you think is made by the earth?
I can't really tell because they both seem to be catching the light similarly, but if I were to just give you a wild guess, I feel like that's the fake one and this is the real one.
This is lab-grown. It's the opposite.
Wow.
This is lab-grown and this is natural. But the really shocking thing, as you said in your intro, is that this diamond, which comes from the earth, it's gonna set you back somewhere around $200,000. This one's gonna set you back $2,000.
Wow.
And they're virtually identical to the naked eye.
Okay, so what does this mean for the industry? What's happening, in terms of shifts in the industry now?
So I went to the Diamond District to report this story, which was really fun. And you have people having all sorts of reactions to it. Basically, there's been a flood of lab-grown diamonds to the market. It sent prices nosediving, somewhere around 90% discount to a natural diamond. And of course, there's this new consumer, the millennial and Gen Z consumer. They're a little less concerned about investment value, whether something will hold its value, and they're reaching for lab-grown diamonds because they want like the boom of these huge, on the average 4-carat engagement rings. I talked to some guys who said, you know what, people have lost their faith in diamonds. Others said, you know what, as long as there's women, we'll have business.
Interesting. When we think about value, too, I wonder if you already have a mined diamond, what does that mean for you? Are we seeing, any kind of devaluation?
So the prices are dropping for a natural diamond. Anecdotally, the people I talked to in the Diamond District say they're not even buying natural diamonds anymore because they just can't sell it at a price to justify that. I think it's really interesting that De Beers, the sort of classic big cartel diamond company, opened a lab-grown diamond shop in 2018, and then they shuttered it just last year because they just couldn't justify the margins because there's just so many owed to these, massive factories in India and China, diamond facilities flooding the market with lab-grown stones. But for people who really want everyone to know, hey, this is lab-grown, brown diamonds are getting really big, which traditionally you wouldn't want because there's a lot of color in it. A diamond is supposed to be colorless. There's also antique stones. So Taylor Swift's engagement ring is an old mine-cut diamond. One of the guys I talked to said that's basically the stone cutter's equivalent of finger painting. It's not, because it's not mechanical, but at least you know it's real.
Yeah.
Or from the earth.
Okay, very fascinating reporting. Suzy Weiss, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
And you can check out Suzy's full article, Diamonds or Whatever, at thefp.com.